In the darkness of night, a whisper travels on the wind. Do you hear it? Asks an ethereal voice. It's the call of your destiny. My dear companions, today we embark on a journey that will challenge everything we believe we know about ourselves and the universe. Prepare to immerse yourselves in the depths of human consciousness, where the secrets of the cosmos await discovery. On the vast canvas of the cosmos, we are brushstrokes of consciousness, vibrant colors on the palette of infinity. Today, dear artists of the soul, we will explore the creative power that lies dormant in our hearts. Are you ready to paint your reality with the hues of your deepest dreams? Imagine for a moment that you receive a notification. You have a package waiting for you. This package, my friends, is a metaphor for everything we desire in life. It's already ours, even though we don't yet physically hold it in our hands. This is the essence of the faith Neville Goddard spoke of, an unwavering faith in the power of our imagination. Since the dawn of humanity, human beings have asked themselves, who am I, and what is my place in the universe? These seemingly simple questions have intrigued philosophers, mystics, and scientists for millennia. Today, we will venture into the labyrinth of existence, armed with the compass of imagination and the map of consciousness. Prepare to question everything you believe you know about reality and your role in it. Allow me to share a personal story. Years ago, I found myself at a difficult point in my life, directionless and filled with doubts. It was then that I discovered Goddard's teachings and began to apply them. I visualized success, abundance, and happiness as if they were already mine. And, little by little, my reality began to transform. But what really is this faith we speak of? It's not about believing in a supreme being external to us, but about recognizing that the true creative power resides in our own imagination. As the great William Blake said, imagination is not a state, it is human existence itself. Let's reflect for a moment. How many times have we allowed our fears and doubts to direct our lives? How many times have we expected the worst, only to see it manifest? This, dear companions, is also a form of faith, but a misdirected one. The concept of karma, so deeply rooted in many cultures, teaches us that we reap what we sow, but it's not limited to negative actions. If we sow positive thoughts and expectations, shouldn't we reap equally positive results? I propose an exercise. Close your eyes for a moment and vividly imagine the life you desire. Feel the emotion, the joy, the satisfaction of already having everything you long for. Maintain that vision even when external circumstances seem to contradict it. This is the true power of faith in action. As the great Albert Einstein said, imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited, while imagination embraces the entire world, stimulating progress and giving birth to evolution. Now, allow me to share another fascinating perspective. In the biblical tradition, we are told that God revealed his name to Moses as I am. Isn't it surprising that every time we say I am, we are invoking that same divine power? This leads us to a profound truth. We are not separate from divinity, we are an expression of it. Imagine for a moment that our entire existence is like a great cosmic game of hide and seek. We hide in these human bodies, momentarily forgetting our true divine nature. The purpose of life, then, becomes rediscovering who we truly are. This idea may seem abstract, but it has profound practical implications. If we recognize our inherent divinity, shouldn't we act with more compassion, love, and respect towards ourselves and others? As Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change you want to see in the world. The story of Christ's crucifixion and resurrection can be seen as an allegory of this process. We die to our limited identity and resurrect to our true divine nature. It's a process of transformation and spiritual rebirth that we can all experience. But how do we apply these lofty ideas in our daily lives? The key lies in the constant practice of visualization and positive affirmation. Each morning, before starting your day, take a few minutes to visualize your goals and desires as if they had already been fulfilled. Feel the gratitude and joy of that reality. Throughout the day, be aware of your thoughts and words. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, stop and reformulate that thought positively. Remember, every I am is a powerful declaration. Instead of saying I am a failure, say I am capable of overcoming any obstacle. Let me share another personal experience. There was a time in my life when I felt stuck in my career. I applied these principles, visualizing success and affirming my worth. Little by little, opportunities began to appear, and today I can say with gratitude that I am living the life I once only imagined. My friends, we are reaching the end of our journey together today, but in reality, this is just the beginning. The path of self-discovery and personal realization is continuous. Each day is a new opportunity to remember our true nature and manifest our deepest desires. You are not alone on this journey. We are all part of a universal consciousness, interconnected in ways we are only beginning to understand. As the poet Rumi said, "You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop." I invite you to reflect on these ideas, to experiment with them in your daily life. Observe how your reality changes when you change your thoughts and expectations. Be patient and persistent, because true transformation takes time. Now, let's delve even deeper into these concepts. The idea that we are creators of our reality is not new. From ancient Greek philosophers to Eastern mystics, many have spoken of the illusory nature of reality and the power of the mind to shape it. But what makes Neville Goddard's teachings so powerful is the way he connects them to our everyday experience. Let's think for a moment about how our mind works. We are constantly creating mental images, whether of our fears or our desires. These images, charged with emotion, are the seeds of our future reality. As the famous psychologist Carl Jung said, "What you deny submits you. What you accept transforms you." This leads us to a fundamental question: what are we choosing to create in our lives? Are we allowing our fears and limitations to dictate our reality, or are we consciously choosing to visualize and feel the life we truly desire? The practice of creative visualization is not just a mental exercise. It's a way of aligning our entire being, mind, body, and spirit with our deepest desires. When we visualize with intensity and emotion, we are sending a powerful signal to the universe, or if you prefer, to our subconscious, of what we want to manifest. But here's a crucial point that is often overlooked: it's not just about visualizing what we want, but feeling as if we already have it. This is the secret that Neville Goddard constantly emphasized. It's not enough to imagine our desire, we must feel as if we have already achieved it. Imagine for a moment that you have already achieved your most precious goal. How do you feel? What emotions do you experience? How does it change the way you walk, talk, interact with others? This emotional state, this feeling of achievement and gratitude, is what truly attracts the manifestation of our desires. Now, it's natural for doubts and fears to arise in this process. After all, we've been conditioned throughout our lives to believe in our limitations. But this is where the power of faith comes into play. Not blind faith, but faith based on understanding our true nature as divine and creative beings. When we face doubt, we can remember the words of the mystic Meister Eckhart: "If the only prayer you say in your entire life is thank you, that would suffice." Gratitude is one of the most powerful emotions we can cultivate. It connects us to the abundance of the universe and opens us to receive more blessings. Another important aspect of this inner work is patience. Often, we want to see immediate results and become discouraged when things don't change overnight. But real transformation takes time. It's like planting a seed. We don't see growth day by day, but with proper care and nourishment, it eventually sprouts and blooms. At this point, it's important to address a question that many ask: what about external circumstances? What if we're facing real difficulties in our life? The answer is that our external circumstances are a reflection of our internal state. Changing our inner world will eventually change our outer world. This doesn't mean we should deny or ignore the challenges we face. On the contrary, we must acknowledge them, but without giving them the power to define who we are or what we can achieve. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not things in themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them." This is where the power of conscious choice comes into play. At every moment, we have the choice of how to interpret and respond to our circumstances. We can choose to see challenges as opportunities for growth, failures as valuable lessons, and obstacles as springboards to our dreams. This way of thinking requires practice and persistence. It's like developing a muscle. The more we exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Over time, it becomes our natural way of being and thinking. Another powerful concept that Neville Goddard taught is the idea of living from the end. This means vividly imagining ourselves in the desired state and living our daily life from that perspective. How would the version of you who has already achieved your goals act, think, and feel? Start adopting that mindset and those behaviors now. This approach not only helps us manifest our desires, but also transforms our experience of the present. Instead of living in a constant state of longing and lack, we begin to experience the joy and satisfaction of our fulfilled desires here and now. As we progress on this path of self-discovery and conscious manifestation, it's important to remember that we are not alone. We are all part of a universal consciousness, interconnected in ways we are only beginning to understand. Our personal growth and transformation not only benefits us, but has a ripple effect on our entire environment. Imagine for a moment the impact we could have on the world if each of us fully committed to this inner work. What would a world look like where every person recognized their inherent divinity and lived from a place of love, compassion, and abundance? This is the true power of Neville Goddard's teachings and other spiritual masters. It's not just about manifesting material desires, but about awakening to our true nature and co-creating a better world for all. As we conclude our time together today, I invite you to reflect on what you've learned. What aspects of your life are you ready to transform? What new possibilities have opened up for you? Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. No matter where you find yourself at this moment, you have the power to begin creating the life you desire right now. Start with small steps. Practice visualization daily. Cultivate gratitude. Consciously choose your thoughts and words. And above all, be kind to yourself in this process. The path of personal growth is not always easy, but it is infinitely rewarding. Celebrate every small progress, every moment of clarity, every manifestation, no matter how small. Dear companions, may this knowledge inspire you to live a full life, filled with love, abundance, and fulfillment. Always remember that you have the power to create the reality you desire. Trust in your imagination, have faith in your dreams, and never stop believing in the unlimited potential that resides within you. Until our next encounter, I wish you a journey filled with wonderful discoveries and transformations. May the light of your true self illuminate your path and that of all those around you. Thank you for sharing this moment. Now, let's explore 2 additional subtopics that can further enhance our understanding and practice of conscious reality creation. The quantum field and conscious creation. To truly grasp the power of our imagination in shaping reality, it's helpful to consider the principles of quantum physics. At the quantum level, reality is not fixed but exists as a field of infinite possibilities until it's observed or interacted with. This quantum perspective offers some intriguing insights into the nature of reality creation. Observer effect. In quantum experiments, the act of observation affects the behavior of particles. Similarly, our focused attention and intention might influence the probability of certain outcomes in our lives. Superposition. At the quantum level, particles can exist in multiple states simultaneously until observed. This principle suggests that multiple potential realities exist concurrently. Our imagination and belief might be seen as a way of collapsing these potentials into our preferred reality. Quantum entanglement. This principle shows that particles can be instantaneously connected across vast distances. It supports the idea that we're all interconnected, and our thoughts and intentions can have far-reaching effects beyond our immediate environment. Zero-point field. Quantum physics posits the existence of a zero-point field, a sea of potential from which all matter arises. Some theorists suggest that this field is responsive to human consciousness. Our imagination and belief might be interacting with this field, drawing from its infinite potential to manifest our desired reality.